Now moving on, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Vice Chancellor's address. So for that, may I cordially invite the Vice Chancellor of the Southeastern University of Sri Lanka, Prof.A.Rameez, to address the gathering.
Council members, deans of faculties, registrar, librarian, bursar, founder vice chancellor, founder registrar, founder bursar, academic staff members, administrative staff members, non-academic staff members, distinguished guests, media personnel, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Aibuwan wanakam. I'll be very as precise as I would, because I have made the speech, I have shared some of my experiences in the documentary. It is with an intense and immeasurably deep sense of urgency that I would like to express my gratitude for inviting me to address this auspicious gathering at the time of celebrating the 25th anniversary of Southeastern University of Sri Lanka. I'm extremely delighted to share some of my thought as the Vice Chancellor of this university by being an alumni of this same university. I've been leading this university or driving this university as the Vice Chancellor, being an alumni of this university. It's a great pleasure for me. And I'm very much thankful to the founders of this university, including the late leader, Dr. M.H. Mashraf, and others who have immensely contributed to the academic as well as infrastructure development of the Southeastern University of Sri Lanka over the last 25 years. Academic development and infrastructure development of Southeastern University of Sri Lanka has been phenomenal over the last 25 years actually. And research and publications has vastly improved or developed over the last 25 years. As I mentioned in my documentary, not a single paper was published in Index Journal decades ago, or more than decades ago actually. But now, we have about 120 papers published in Index Journal annually, which is a phenomenal, monumental development as far as the university is concerned. We need to keep up the momentum of doing so in order to be a center of excellence, in order to be a center of academic excellence in the future. I think we may be able to achieve the target with the support of all the members, all the stakeholders of the university in the future. And I need to tell you that we have commenced postgraduate degree program, short courses, diploma courses, certificate courses across the faculties in the university. And we have found a way to generate funds in order to sustain the university, in order to sustain the institutions for a long time. And in terms of overall employability of this university, it has been shot up. Overall employability rate of Southeastern University has increased, sporadically increased actually, from 36% in 2012 to 68% in 2018. That's a monumental development as far as we are concerned. And our university alumni have been performing extremely well, remarkably well. They have been serving in universities as administrators, academic staff members, executive officers, and they have been serving in Sri Lanka planning service, accountancy service, even overseas service, some of our alumni have been working abroad in a very different and prominent positions. One of my friend is also working in a bank in Qatar in an executive positions. So this is a remarkable development, I suppose. Swashbuckling performances they have been showing over the last 25 years. So we need to take pride in that as a university, as an institution. And I need to tell you that a lot of our students have undergone internship training. They have been undergoing internship training or industrial training in many institutions across the countries. That ensures their employability, that ensures their employability in the world of work at present. So therefore we need to keep up the momentum. We have to sustain their industrial training and internship, which has been aptly highlighted by institutional reviewers as well. And we have introduced more number of courses that have demands or opening in the employability markets across the faculties. But we have to introduce courses that have much more relevance to the region. For instance, I would say we may be able to introduce courses on marine engineering, right? Tourism and hotel management in the future. And we may have number of courses that have much more relevance to the region. That is how we may be able to cater to the demands of employability for our graduates in the future. So these are things that we have to consider in the future. So curriculum of our faculties are constantly being revamped so as to cater to the demands of employability in the job market actually. And in terms of infrastructure development, I must say our progress in terms of infrastructure development has been gigantic, outperforming I think over the last 25 years. And we are one of the first state universities in the system that has been able to offer or provide hostel facilities or accommodation for all the deserving students coming across the country, regardless of their differences. So that is something that we have to take pride in the future. And of course, now it's us. And we have to be very grateful to the government of Sri Lanka and of course, Kuwait funders and other funders, benefactors, for being magnanimous and generous in helping us to enhance or to develop our university infrastructure. And this is also one of the typical example. This hall, conference hall, is one of the, I think, is a living example for the generous funding, flown or given by the Kuwait funders actually to construct it. And now, as I mentioned in my documentary, now we are geared towards establishing number of faculties such as Faculty of Medicine and Faculty of Law in the future. Maybe we can do that. We can achieve that as long as we have the sheer determination and concomitant perseverance actually, and we have the concerted effort. As long as we have the concerted effort, we may be able to do that collectively, not by individuals, but with the sheer support of all the people, all the stakeholders of the university. I think we may be able to achieve that in the future. And we have to enhance our international visibility of the university, because international visibility of our university with the presence of international students is something that will generate the ranking of the university. We have to focus upon the barometric ranking as well as QS ranking, even Times Higher Education ranking as well. I have recently constituted a committee to look into the possibility of elevating the ranking of our university in the future. They are working tirelessly now. The group, the core committee has been working right now in order to elevate the ranking of the university. We will definitely achieve that target with the support of all the people in the future. And one of the things I am so concerned or highly concerned about our university right now is to reach out to the community. community outreach program. I mean, we had to bridge the gap between the community and the university. Community outreach program is one of the objectives, fundamental objective of the university, apart from teaching and learning and dissemination of knowledge via publication and research and publication. This has to be given priority, and our university should serve as a center of social harmony in the future as well, because we have to serve as an academic excellence as well as center of social harmony in the region. And we need to transform our university as a technocratic university as well as entrepreneurial university in the future. I mean, we need to produce more number of technocrats and entrepreneurs in the future. This has been aptly highlighted by His Excellency President Gotabaya Rajapaksa in his policy document on education. So we need to tap up that opportunities in order to produce technocrats, more number of technocrats as well as entrepreneurs in the future. Maybe we'll definitely do that. And last but not least, I need to tell you about the organization of the Silver Jubilee celebration. We were able to organize this simple but colorful event and prepared this Silver Jubilee Swanya, which is a Himalayan task actually, with the support of all the members within 40 days, 40. I must acknowledge and appreciate the section writers, all the chapter writers and their contributors of Swanya publications. I must appreciate them, because without their support, we couldn't achieve this target. I'm also very grateful to the organizing committee, that is our senior advisory committee, for extending their fullest support in order to conduct these events so successfully. I'm also thankful to all the stakeholders of this university for extending their complete support to organize these events so successfully. In fact, I must tell you, I must register the fact that we would have invited as many people as possible, including our alumni, because they are the people who keep us, in the sense they are the people who are one of our stakeholders as well. We could have invited our benefactors, alumni, other dignitaries across in the regions for these events. If not the COVID guidelines, if not the health restrictions imposed upon us, we could have done that. But due to the COVID restriction or health guidelines, we were forced to restrict the participations within brief numbers of participations. I sincerely hope that everyone, including our alumni, will definitely understand this reality. And in conclusion, I must say that I will look forward to their support to transform this university as an academic excellence and center of research and publications and center of social harmony, as an institution with public, international visibility in the future with all the supporters. Thank you very much for this great opportunity.
Thank you very much, sir, for that address. The next event